I previously made a video in 2019 about how I rebuilt my credit myself and the tools that I used. So I made a updated version, and I'm gonna try to simplify it and keep it as quick as possible. As you could see, in September of 2015, my score at the time for actual FICO was 465, and presently it is 769, 760 plus, all across the board in actual FICO scores for 2020 going forward. In September 2015, I obtained two secure cards from the banks that I bank with: Wells Fargo and US Bank. I deposited $300 into Wells Fargo for their secured Visa, and I deposited $300 into US Bank for their secured Visa as well. These two cards, within an 18-month period, graduated to unsecured cards. Wells Fargo deposited the $300 back into my checking account and raised my credit limit, and US Bank deposited the $300 back into my checking account and also raised my limit on the card. Both of them became unsecured platinum Visa cards, which I currently have. Then what I did was I prepared 3 certified letters upon pulling my credit reports, and I will show you the tools that I used to pull my credit reports. The tools that I used to pull my credit reports to see exactly what was on my reports and what I was supposed to dispute. I had Credit Karma, Wallet Hub, Nerd Wallet, and those are free. But the one that I used the most, because it showed the actual FICO scores, and I'm not taking anything away from Credit Karma, Wallet Hub, and Nerd Wallet, those are Vantage-based scores, and those are pretty much for educational purposes. But I pay $24.99 a month for Experian, and on the 9th of every month I get a refresh of all of my FICO scores, and it's different versions of your FICO score, but I get all of them for if you're buying a car, if you're buying a house, if you're applying for a credit card or a loan. I know exactly what my score is. So I pulled that credit report, and what I did was I had 5 items at the time that was on my report, and that was actually in November of 2017. I started to get real serious, watching a lot of YouTube, and I went to the library and I studied every state, their laws, statute of limitations, etc. And I started to use that to my advantage. So I sent out letters to all three of the credit reporting agencies, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And the first letter I sent was a copy of my social security card, a copy of my driver's license, and my business card from my employer to show my employment, and to let them know what addresses were correct on my report and addresses that was not correct. And just doing that, the corrections, even my social security number was 1 digit off. And doing those corrections boosted my scores up instantly over 24 points plus. Next, what I did was I sent letters out to all of the companies that were reporting on my credit report, and it was a soft version of a 609 letter, nothing long. What you see right here, just barely one paragraph. I just kept it short and sweet, and I just wanted proof, and that's what you asked them is for proof. And they had 30 days starting from the clock when I send out the certified mail. And in 30 days, nothing was sent back to me. So what I did was, in 30 days, I mailed out a copy of this letter, and I made a photocopy of the certified mail receipt. And I sent these copies to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Then 30 plus days later, I received responses from TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And it was your investigation results. And as you could see, at that time, all the items that I disputed was removed from my credit report and was deleted permanently. Upon doing this, when my scores also went up at the time, not just having two secured cards which graduated to unsecured, I obtained a personal loan from US Bank, and then that was in 2016, January 2016. Then in April 2016, I obtained a new car loan at the time. I didn't apply for any credit cards for almost 3 years. Not until 2000 and I would say April 2018. I even have previous videos of what I applied for. But I'll just tell you this. You don't have to pay anyone exorbitant amount of money to fix your credit. Just take the steps, read, get educated with the certain laws, and you don't even have to type out a long letter. Just keep it short and to the point, and you'll be amazed with things that start to improve on your credit report and in your life. I can say that it's been life-changing for me. And, you know, I'm not rich. I'm just like a everyday man out here, working man. But credit is extra leverage. You can use that to balance out with your cash, and your cash to balance out with your credit. It's leverage. Redesign, rebuild, reclaim.